And so then I told her, I was like, dude, she's your cousin, not my cousin.
Not yours.
Not my cousin. No, that's why he can't talk. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey,
we're
everybody.
live.
Whoa, sorry, guys. No, I'm just playing around. What's up, everybody?
Why do we always do that?
I don't know. Every week I think that it's going to work, and it never works.
It's like a different skit every time.
Yeah, it's just, anyways, hi everybody. My name is Jared here with Heat Press Nation, and this is our weekly Heat Press Nation live stream. You are joining us live, hopefully, or maybe you're watching the replay, whatever works best for you. But yeah, so this is our weekly show where we show off all sorts of cool different products, different transfers. We have tutorials, we have giveaways, we have discount codes, and to kind of tell us a little bit more about the cool stuff that we're offering today, I'm joined by none other than Christopher Flu Game. How you doing, Christopher?
How's it going? I'm feeling a little bit sickly today, but we'll try to make it through the live today.
Yeah, it's Christopher's Flu Game, so he's about to drop like 60 points today.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. The best live ever.
There we go, best live ever. I love it. So yeah, Chris, so what are we kind of talking about today? Why don't you tell the people what we got going on?
Today, we're going to be talking about making money with your heat press.
Yes, heck yeah.
Heat presspreneur.
Heat press, oh.
We're going to be heat presspreneurs today.
Presspreneur. What do you call that? I know one of you smart people in the comments knows. It's when you combine two words. It's not an automatopoeia. It's not that one. There's a special word for combining two words like this.
It's not a conjunction?
No.
Oxymoron.
No.
A paradox. All right, that's it for me.
Comments. One of the comments who will know what it's called.
Please help us out.
It's when you combine two words to make a new word, a heat presspreneur. But yeah, we're talking about making money with your heat press. Now, before I even get into that, gotta tell you, we're helping you make some money or save some money on a new heat press with today's flash discount code. Now, today's flash discount code it's a little bit less flashy when I say, because our flash discounts, they're only live for like an hour. You have like an hour to use our flash code. Today's flash code is gonna be stretched out a little bit longer. You're gonna get 10% off of an HPN heat press when you use the code HUSTLE. Now, this code is actually valid until 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So they have till midnight tonight.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you guys have until midnight tonight to use this code, 10% off of all HPN presses. Now, HPN presses, that's gonna be M Press, it's gonna be Black Series, Craft Pro, Signature Series, and Signature Pro. This is just the heat presses, not the vinyl or the printers or nothing else, just the HPN heat presses.
Nice.
But yeah, 10% off, that's pretty good.
That's a really good deal, actually.
Yeah, because they already ship for free.
Mm-hmm.
To
Plus that, yeah.
Yeah, plus the free shipping.
I might get one myself, actually.
Do it. I mean, hey, what the heck? Who doesn't need a new heat press, right?
Right.
Yeah, so we're gonna do that. We do have a giveaway coming up at the end of this live stream, which is really exciting. And yeah, do me a favor, if you have any questions about anything that we're talking about today, go ahead and drop it in the comments. Tris is on Comment Patrol, and actually we have some shout outs, I think, right?
Of course. Let's give a shout out to Travel Diva 2.
Yo.
Kathy from Michigan.
Yo.
We have Dee, welcome back. Tamara,
Yo.
welcome back from Fredericksburg. Anita Omer, Brian, Latricia, and Blair.
Heck
Welcome,
yeah.
welcome everybody.
Dude, so good to see everybody sounding off in the chat again. Any questions about what we're doing today, do me a favor, go ahead and put it into the comments. Chris is going to be interrupting me with your questions throughout the broadcast. And I say interrupting because I just talk, man. So Chris has full permission to just interrupt me and shut me up.
I got you.
You got me?
Yep, I got you.
All right, cool.
Your comments will be heard, guys.
There we go. So today, yeah, we're talking about making money with your heat press. Now, you guys have all heard the saying, it takes money to make money. And you can't make money with your heat press until you buy a heat press, right? So today, we're actually going to be sharing a little bit of information from our brand new HPN Heat Press Entrepreneur Masterclass. Yes, you heard me right. We have just today launched a new masterclass. Right? Launched today?
I'm not so sure.
Right,
I
Alex?
might have to double check on that.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah.
We'll just say it did. Okay. I'm gonna have someone else fact check me right now in our notes. But yeah, so we have the brand new HPN Heat Press Entrepreneur Masterclass. That's gonna be live. It's really, really cool. So some of you guys know we have the Sublimation Masterclass Now that is really geared specifically towards sublimation businesses. The Heat Press Masterclass, the Entrepreneur Masterclass, is designed for those of you guys who you want to start making t-shirts or making custom products, and you just maybe, first of all, you're not quite sure what transfer method to use, but not only that, you also want to know, like, hey, how do I make money? What are the pros and cons to each one? So we cover a boatload of topics of different transfer methods in this brand new masterclass. It's available at heat.press/masterclass. So I'm actually we're gonna be giving a little bit of a sample today. I'm gonna be sharing a little bit of info. Now this masterclass is like hours and hours long. I forget exactly how long it is, but it's several hours worth of video content. What's cool is you could take the classes at your own pace. So it's split up to about, I think about like 35, 37 different individual classes. Mm-hmm. You can take them at your own pace, and the information's organized. So there's lots of great info on YouTube, but on YouTube, you're like jumping from this video, and then, oh, wait. And so you're having to just go all around skewering the depths of YouTube to find the videos that you need, and you're not sure if the information is complete or not because you're jumping from one channel to another, to another, to another. With the masterclass, everything is condensed for you. It's all put together and organized in a way where you can get all the information you need to get your heat press business started. So we're really proud to be able to finally offer this class. I'm gonna be giving you a preview of the master class today, and then at the end of the broadcast, as part of our giveaway, some of our live viewers, they're gonna win some stuff. So really quick, and then today in this class, we're talking about making money with your heat press. Now, first of all, let's show Chris. Chris, why don't you just run us through really quick the different types of transfers that you have here on the table with you today.
Yeah, of course. So as you can see, we have a bunch of transfers. We have our white toner right over here.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm actually wearing a white toner transfer today.
Oh, nice. Sick. Thank you. Okay. We have our vinyl that we layered using the knockout method for the black.
Very
as you
cool.
can see that. And then we have our super color transfers.
Super color.
Of course. And then we have sublimation. So
yeah,
as you can see, multiple different ways to create the same design and print it, and they all cost at different startup.
Yeah, I think the only thing we don't have here on the table today is heat transfer paper, like inkjet heat transfer paper. Hey, we're only human, all right? We forgot.
We can't have everything.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. So really quick, I want to quickly touch on how to choose the right heat transfer based on budget. So look, I get it. Sometimes you're starting a new heat press business, and the biggest factor is how much money you have to invest. I know we're no longer in tax season, but maybe tax season comes around and you got your return and you have this much money. So the amount of money you have to invest, that's really what's determining what transfer method you're gonna get. So if you're only looking at the startup costs, going in ascending order, let's say you have $500 or less, go with Supercolor. Now, the reason why is because with Supercolor, you only need your heat press and the transfers. You don't buy the transfers until you book the order. When you're taking a new order, you get their money up front, and then you can use that money to pay for your Supercolor transfers. So when you're starting a business and you're starting with Supercolor, you only need to invest in your heat press. And depending on what kind of press you get, we have like the Craft Pro, like the 13x9. If you need something a little bit bigger, we have the 12x15. At $470, actually, you could get the M-Press 15x15. If you're starting a professional t-shirt shop, I highly recommend starting with at least a 15x15 inch heat press, and you could do that. It's gonna ship for free to the lower 48 states, right? Now, next going up, heat transfer paper. Now, heat transfer paper does give you a little bit more versatility because you could kind of print on demand. You don't have to wait to order your transfers, but there's a little bit more startup cost because not only do you need the heat press, you need the inkjet printer, which will run you anywhere from $100 to $200 or more or less, depending on what you're working with. But you also need to buy the transfer paper. And while the transfer paper isn't expensive, when you put it all together, we're looking at around $660 to start making t-shirts with heat transfer paper. Now, next, I would say right here in the middle is our most popular t-shirt business startup method. That's gonna be heat transfer vinyl. I love heat transfer vinyl. I built my business on heat transfer vinyl, and not just me, but so many others. Just the other day, we got to interview. His episode's going to be coming out really soon on the Customizing Culture podcast. I got to talk to Kenji from I Can Do It Studios. Dude, he was telling us about how he started with like a Cameo 3 and his heat press, and he's just like building his business. And I'm like, that's amazing. If you guys know Big Brando, amazing influencer, he still uses his Cameo. Like, it's so awesome how many people build their businesses with heat transfer vinyl. So I love heat transfer vinyl, so I could literally talk about that all day long, but I'm not gonna take all day. Heat transfer vinyl, it's right in the mid-range because you have to buy 2 machines. You need your heat press, you also need your vinyl cutter. Now, what's crazy is that right now the Silhouette Cameo 4 is on sale. I think it's like $220 or something like that.
Oh, what?
Dude, it's a steal. So you buy the press, you buy the vinyl cutter, you buy the tools in vinyl, and by tools, it's like an $8 hook tool. Get some parchment paper or a nonstick sheet, get the vinyl. You know, you're in business. You're literally starting your business for around $730. Now, for some people, if you have $0, yeah, $730 does sound like a lot. But if you're starting a side hustle and you're starting a new business, dude, $730, that's not that crazy of an investment for something that's gonna pay itself off and make you money. So yeah. Next, we have sublimation. Now, this is sublimation. This number can vary depending on if you're going for sublimation mugs or you're gonna go do sublimation t-shirts or socks. It depends on what you're gonna offer. So this is kind of a average figure. This is $9.99, and this is for one of our sublimation bundles that we have at Heat Press Nation. That's gonna come with the press, the printer, the transfer paper, the blanks, tool and accessory. All that is actually, we have a bundle that's $9.99. Dude, you could get started with your sublimation business for $9.99. And Christmas is coming up. Dude, Christmas ornaments, you guys, especially the little aluminum ones, so easy to sell. Great margin on those. Lots of money. I love sublimation. And then we should have drawn this money stack a little bit taller because it's quite a big price jump, right? All right. So now, I'm wearing a white toner transfer here today. The holy grail of t-shirt customization is a full color transfer onto a black cotton t-shirt. Now, you could get this done with Supercolor, but with Supercolor, you have to wait a few days. You have to order your transfers. You have to have a minimum quantity of 10, and it takes a few days to get the transfers to you. If you want to switch to an on-demand print method, meaning you have your artwork and on demand, as soon as you get the artwork, you send it to print and you make your shirt, that's a little bit different. Also, if you want to keep your production 100% in-house, you might consider a white toner DTF printer. But it is quite the price jump. Now, this is going to be for the printer, the heat press, the tools and accessories, and yes, that number is correct. That's $6,500, and that's if you want to get started at like the entry-level white toner printer, which prints up to 8.5 by 14. Just by going up to the larger 11 by 17-inch printer, that printer itself costs $8,000. So you're going to be, you know, heat press, accessories, paper, all that included. You're going to be looking at closer to like $9,000 to $10,000 for the bigger white toner printer. Now, that being said, there isn't a faster, easier, more consistent way to put full color transfers on your t-shirts on demand. This is going to allow you to be competitive with direct-to-garment. Direct-to-garment printers, you're going to be spending like anywhere from $15,000 to $20,000 on your startup. So while $6,500 does seem like a lot, it's not 20. So, you know, it just depends on your business model, and what you want to do. So yeah, so today we're actually, some demos we've already done, and some demos we're actually going to do live. We're going to be using the exact same artwork for our 4 different transfer methods, and we're going to start from the bottom. So Supercolor, let's go.
Let's do it.
So now, Supercolor, it's the most affordable. It's actually the easiest too.
Fast and affordable? Wow.
If somebody came to me and they said, hey dude, I got $500, let me start my t-shirt business, I'd be like, put all 500 into your heat press. Do not, oh my gosh, I should have worn my anti-Amazon heat press club t-shirt today. please, if you only have $500 to start your business, don't get an Amazon press. Drop off 5 into your heat press. Get yourself a good quality heat press. And then if you're just getting started, fulfill a few Supercolor orders.
Okay. Yeah, I think a good heat press will definitely take you a long way. This past weekend, I was actually at this like shopping center, and then there was like different gazebos. They were selling like they're selling tumblers, right?
Oh yeah.
And I was like, where'd you get that heat press from? That doesn't look like it's heat press nation. And then they were saying how like they got it from Amazon. It's like super cheap. They got it for like a month, and they were saying how it started bubbling.
Oh, shut up.
On the heating element.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's so weird. That's so weird. And you know, me being the heat press nation.
There we go.
Host that I am. I had to plug us a little bit.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So and I mean that's the truth of it. If you're just starting a business, you don't want to be dealing with a broken heat press. You're gonna want something that's consistent, that's gonna be backed by the best in the industry. Our tech support is tops, dude. It's really hard to beat HP on tech support, not only in the matter of competence, but also how easy it is to get a hold of us.
Right.
You call the phone number, push 3, and you're on the line with tech support. Right. Other companies, you have to email them, get an email back, schedule a call. It's a drag. Not with Heat Press Nation, and I'm not gonna bad mouth anybody. All right. Here's how we do Supercolor. Now, you probably just saw me pre-pressing. I just wanted to pre-press my t-shirt here. This is how easy it is to make money with Supercolor. So Supercolor, of course, you get your graphic, you upload it, order your transfers through the site, you upload it, right? Once you get the transfers back, it's this easy. It's literally this easy. Do we have parchment or something? Oh, here it is. There we go. Check it out. 320 degrees, firm pressure. I'm at 315. It's all the same. 20 seconds. No, not 20 seconds.
Like 15.
15, whatever.
Yeah.
It's all good. Sorry, Supercolor. But, because we're going to do some other stuff. So our settings are just a hair off because we're pressing multiple things today. And so, yeah, just forgive me, Supercolor, where I have sinned. Oh, you know what? That's probably why. That's probably why they tell you. Okay, you know what? That's what I get for trying to be cool and not use the right settings. All right, here we go. 320. Gonna do it again. That's what I get. The corner was peeling just a little bit. I probably could have fixed it, but just gonna do things the right way. Add a little bit more pressure to it. Oh, and then for your first press, you don't have to cover it with the cover sheet. You just, so you can peel it right away.
Got it.
Okay, take 2. So Supercolor, very easy. There we go, there's that firm pressure. Yeah, very easy if you're doing things the right way. I thought I was gonna cheat the system. Not gonna cheat the system today. Yeah, nope. So here we go. How I auto open, and then I'm gonna peel it immediately. There we go. Gonna peel from the other side here. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful clean peel.
Nice.
And now I could reseal it with my parchment. So look at that. So just forget my first try.
You know, I've done that too, actually. I put parchment on it, and then it just like, it would do that effect. So like, I think it's best if you just press it on the sheet itself,
and you do need like firm pressure. I thought I had firm pressure, but I didn't. So yeah, so check this out. Done.
Beautiful.
That easy. So that's another thing. If you're just starting out, maybe you're just starting out and you're on a budget because you have, I'll let Chris show this off.
Thank you.
There you go, it's hot.
Whoa, I actually want this shirt.
Yeah, that's a dope shirt.
It's so sick.
Yeah. So maybe you don't have a lot of time to be cutting and weeding and printing and all that stuff. You just want to get the orders and just crank them out. If I had to make 10 of those shirts, I could probably have it done in like, what?
20 times 10. Math isn't math.
Yeah.
Math isn't math.
I don't know, half an hour maybe?
Something like that,
10 shirts, that's nothing, dude. That's absolutely nothing. So that's Supercolor. That's the most affordable, and honestly, it's probably the easiest thing you're gonna press. Next, we have our heat transfer vinyl. So now heat transfer vinyl, sublimation. So we already pressed sublimation off camera. So Chris is just gonna show it to you guys real quick.
Here you are, the overhead. Here we go.
Now the benefit of sublimation is that it's the most vibrant, permanent and soft. This is actually the softest of all of our transfers by a long shot. Chris, how does that feel to you, man?
It doesn't feel like anything. It has no hand, as they say, right?
Yeah, so like as Chris is touching the white, which is our white garment today, as Chris touches the ink, he could feel the super color. How do you feel? What are you feeling?
Super color, you definitely feel it on top of the shirt. This one it becomes the shirt.
Yeah, it's the lightest, softest transfer that you'll ever use. Here's the catch with sublimation. Sublimation is really meant for hard surfaces, meaning your coffee mugs, coasters, keychains, etc. But you can do garments. They just have to be white or very light colored polyester. Now, we do have a sublimation class where I explain this in a lot more detail. You can join that class. We have 2 classes a week. Just head on over to the sublimation section and you'll see a banner to join one of our classes. You could schedule a seat in that class. That's free. That class is free, by the way. These are hour-long classes. We hold them twice a week for sublimation and for white toner. I'll get more into white toner in a little bit. But yeah, that's kind of the drawback to sublimation. If you can get your customers on board with white polyester shirts, dude, do it. Because it's not as easy. Okay, it's like 5% less easy than Supercolor. Because you just heat press it and you're done, right? But the finished product is so soft, so beautiful. Colors are rich and vibrant. Can we get an overhead of that comparison again? It looks so good. Like they both look fantastic. They both have their pros. Obviously, if you wanted to do a black cotton t-shirt, yeah, go Supercolor. But here's the thing: if you have a heat press, you could use Supercolor anyways. So get your sublimation set up and then order Supercolor transfers as necessary. So yeah, so that's option 2. And we got some questions?
Yeah, from Cynthia. How do you know when the Sawgrass SG500 needs to change ink? I'm using the new PrintMate, but when I click print, my Sawgrass doesn't print. I have gotten it to print a couple of days ago.
So if it's not printing due to low ink, it should tell you either on the printer face itself, it'll say low ink, or when you open up PrintMate, you can open up your printer and like go to find your ink levels, and it'll tell you if something's empty. So if something's empty, you just got to get a new ink cartridge, replace it, it'll be fine. If your cartridges are full or if they have ink in them and it's still not printing, that's something else. Now, if you bought your printer from us, please call us, talk to our tech support team, we'll get to you right away. If you didn't buy your Sawgrass from us, then I apologize. Don't call us. You're gonna have to talk to Sawgrass directly. I know it's funny, but I'm sorry. I do feel bad because I know it's not the easiest to get a hold of them directly, just because they have so many customers.
I know a lot of times when I'm printing with the Sawgrass here at the HPN HQ, a lot of times it doesn't print because the file size is, or like the paper size is different than what is actually what the printer actually uses. And also if you didn't set the bypass tray, or if you like, you know, so
that's
make sure like you're using the right paper size with the right file that you're printing on your computer.
Yeah. Such a good point. Thank you, Chris. Yeah,
of course.
Great insight. All right, so we're 2 out of 5 here. So let's go for number 3 next is heat transfer vinyl.
All right.
So now I'm about to show you one of the cons of heat transfer vinyl, and that's layering. So we're gonna come on over to our heat press. You'll notice we've done what we call a dry fit. That means that this has not been pressed. All the layers, nothing has been applied yet. Right, hold on.
So with heat transfer vinyl, it's 1 color per layer, correct?
Yes, exactly.
Ooh,
so what we did for this, because this graphic has 3 colors, it actually is a 4-color graphic, but we're gonna let the black of our t-shirt fill in the black area, so we knocked that out of the entire graphic. And so what I did was I did what's called a dry fit, making sure everything's just gonna look good and sized properly. And then there's a few different ways to do this, but you always wanna double check the order. So I know because I've done this before that I have to do my yellow layer first. Typically, your biggest outside layer is gonna be the first layer, your main layer. If I were to press this Heat Press Nation white layer first, I'd have to layer and stack everything around it. And because it's so small, it's a little bit harder for me to find perfect placement. So what I am gonna do is I'm going to do this layer first because I know that everything is going to fit inside of it. So yeah, it's different for every job. And I am using the pinch method. So you flip it over and I'm doing this here. I'm going to crease it on top and bottom. That's going to let me know where my center markings are. And then of course,
any guides to press A3 size prints on a smaller heat press?
Don't do it. Get an A3 size printer. Sorry, That came out really like smart alecky. I'm not trying to be mean. I realized that as I said it, I sounded like a jerk. Look, you can stack things. With vinyl, it's a little bit more forgiving. But sublimation, don't do it. White toner, don't do it. Supercolor, don't do it. Actually, now that I think about it, basically like vinyl, you can kind of get away with it, pressing it in sections, but other print methods, it's really hard to get a nice clean print if you're pressing it in sections. So if you're gonna do A3 prints, I highly recommend getting a larger 16 by 20 inch heat press. My first answer, even though it was correct, it was kind of
all good. I mean, honestly, like even like, yeah, you're right though. Don't do it because like even if you're using like, let's say you're using puff vinyl, for example, it needs to all be pressed at the same time, so you can't press it in sections.
Exactly. Such a great point. Yeah. So, all right, back to the vinyl here. I'm just gonna position this, get it centered, right? That looks about right. Right? Yeah, that's about right. There we go. So now, first layer is gonna go down. Now what's cool about vinyl is my first layer, I only need to press it for about 2 seconds.
Nice.
And then we're good. Now here's something that you wanna be careful with. You don't want to let it stretch. So as soon as possible now, I'm gonna position this one. Now the reason why I'm positioning my white immediately next is because the red's gonna go over it, not under it. So while I am tempted, oh no, that's not right.
Ooh, Sneaker Queen says, just got my HPS Signature Series in the mail today.
Oh, heck yeah, I love New Press Day. Congrats.
Oh, yeah. The feeling of unboxing a heat press just hits different.
I love that. Now, before I actually press it, I am gonna dry fit one more time, just to make sure that it's correct here. And actually, here's what I'm gonna do. Check this out. Because I know the circle part, look, it's all about getting it to line up properly, right? And it's gonna be harder for me to, it's gonna be easier for me to line up the white after the red circles have been put in than to align my whole red circles around the white. So these are just things that you wanna consider when you're layering your vinyl. We're not cutting anything out today. I wanna bring you guys the full and complete story on like how layering works. And I feel like this graphic is a really great example of a multicolor graphic. It's something, you know, pretty popular. Everybody loves these really funny, cool parody t-shirts. I love them to death. I'm a big fan. So now I'm gonna get my other piece of parchment paper. And again, I'm only gonna hit these for like 3 seconds. Now the pros, I set up, this is like really showing off like the cons of vinyl. Like, oh yeah, man, for multicolors, you have to do multiple layers. No, that's fine. Because one thing I'm able to do with vinyl is something that I'm not able to do with any of the other products in this price point, is I'm able to do this shirt on demand. If I only had to make one shirt, I could. If I had to get this graphic, and I'll show you, the only other way to make one of these shirts is with like the white toner printer, and that's gonna cost me like $6 grand for that setup. Or just, if we're talking just the cost of the printer, yeah, do I feel like spending $4,000 to $8,000 on a printer? Maybe I don't. So maybe, and just maybe, the few extra steps to do layered vinyl is worth me not spending $8 grand. Because actually this size graphic, I think we're just a little bit beyond the 8.5 by 14 inch realm. So yeah, I actually would have to do this on the $8,000 printer. And so now, and hopefully you can kind of see what I mean. Now that I could layer that final red layer over the white, that was just a little bit easier. Now everything looks just better overall. Gonna press that one, 2 seconds. Peel it, and then now, finally, now I'm done. Now I'm gonna give it the full 10-second press.
Nice.
So there we go. We're gonna press that for 10 seconds. And now, again, this is, maybe if I had to do 100 of these shirts, it's a little too much work. Truth be told, if I had to do 100, I just order some Supercolor transfers. But what if somebody wants one of these t-shirts? Well, guess what? I could take that job, and because this is a 3-color job, I'm probably gonna be charging them for this custom shirt. Maybe it was like, you know, here you can show the shirt off, Chris.
All right.
Maybe this is like Grandpa's 40th, you know, or whatever.
Cool.
Whatever the case may be, this is now like a $35 custom t-shirt.
Okay.
So
well, let's see if we can get this.
Yeah, so heat transfer vinyl allows you to keep your custom production in-house. It allows you to do one-off graphics at a much lower price point than what you're gonna find on some of the other systems. Yeah, everything has its pros and cons for sure. So that's why we're showing you everything today. And we're going in ascending order of expense. So heat transfer. Next we have, oh, I'm sorry, I did sublimation before vinyl. I meant to do it after vinyl, sorry.
Oh,
so well, we already showed you sublimation, but sublimation is actually a little bit more expensive than vinyl, but we already showed that to you. So now lastly, we have white toner. And like I said, this shirt that I'm wearing today, this is a white toner transfer. It's very, very soft because I did a rasterization effect to it. And we're gonna show that to you on our thing. So now, oh, it's right here, sorry, my bad. So first things first, let me go ahead and bump up my temperature, my time, I'm sorry. I'm actually gonna go for 90 seconds. Oh, whoops. No, 100 seconds. But before I do that, loosen up my pressure just a hair. You don't need super heavy pressure on this. So I'm gonna loosen that up just a hair. Good enough. Actually, just a little bit more loose, but I'm gonna preheat my lower platen for at least 30 seconds. So this is pretty big. This is a white toner transfer. And you can see here, we've also knocked out the black, and I have a full color graphic. Now, this is just a print. So you print directly onto this film. That's why it's called white toner DTF, white toner directive film, because you print your ink with your white toner directly onto the film. This paper has all the adhesive. So what I'm about to do, there we go. What I'm about to do is I'm about to apply the adhesive onto my film. So again, all the adhesive is on this sheet. My print is on this sheet, and now I need them to unite forever. Gonna marry them. And this is a big sheet, so it's gonna stick out a little bit past the edge. No big deal. Give me a second here. You know how old I am? I make funny noises when I bend over. That's how old I am. I'm that many years old. All right, so here we go. About 320 degrees. 100 seconds. Excuse me while if you ever see me just throwing my cover sheets around, well, that's where they end up. They end up on my shoe. Yeah, so now white toner, the process is a little bit more involved. Oh, let me get this blank shirt.
Yeah.
I forgot to bring a glove today. Do we have a glove here? No. Oh yeah, can you throw me that glove? Thank you. Perfect. Look at this Heat Press Nation glove. So check it out. So white toner, the process is a little bit more involved, but you're gonna get full color prints without having to weed anything. So you just saw, dude, these things are all stuck to my shoe. You just saw me have to layer some vinyl, right? Every layer, what you didn't see was I had to cut and weed every layer. I say I didn't do it. Ronnie did. So we had to cut and weed each of those layers and then apply them onto our shirt separately. With this method, instead of spending all that time cutting and weeding 3 different layers of vinyl, or for different, if you have more colors, even more colors, right? Instead, I'm just gonna spend 100 seconds. That's like not even 2 minutes. I'm just gonna apply some adhesive to my print, and now I'm gonna have a graphic to where I don't need cut, I don't need to weed. I can heat press it onto the garment, peel it off, and then we're good to go. So white toner really is time saving as far as like getting full color graphics onto your dark cotton garments. Again, to be able to achieve this kind of effect on demand, because again, I could order Supercolor, get my transfers back in a few days. Let me pause this rant. Now it's time to peel. This is where most people actually get hung up with white toner. It's in the peel. So with one hand, I'm gonna hold my transfer down, and with the other hand, I'm just gonna carefully peel it low, slow, and away. And at the end, we slow down all the way. There we go. Perfect. Now, that's where a lot of people, honestly, that's the hardest part of white toner. You know, I did a good job because there's absolutely 0 toner left on my adhesive sheet. Just gonna toss that. Now I say no cut, but sometimes the adhesive does like to stick to the edges of the film. So if you see me trimming it, it's not that I have to I don't have to pass it to my vinyl cutter, thank God. I just wanna make sure there's no adhesive residue on there. And so now this is actually ready to go. Check that out, right? So final shirt. We're gonna do the exact same temperature. We're just gonna change the time. Instead of doing it for, I don't need this glove anymore. Instead of going for 100 seconds, this next step is only 30. There we go. And I'm gonna, just you always wanna pre-press your t-shirts, right? I'm gonna pre-press this, give me a second. There we go. Let me go ahead and do the crease method. I just wanna make sure. Yeah, it's about right in center. Let's see, let's actually pop it over just a little bit. Sorry, guys. There we go. So here we go. Exact same graphic. And that's going in. 30 seconds. I do have to keep my eye on that clock. Make sure I don't overpress it. So yeah, with white toner, again, you're getting print on demand, full color, dark cotton garments at less than half the price of what you'd pay for a complete DTG system. The price points, depending on what kind of DTF system you're getting, white toner is around the same as other DTF methods, but white toner is so much more stable. You don't have to shake your ink cartridge every day. You don't have to print daily with white toner. It's almost zero maintenance versus the heavy maintenance requirements. You're dealing with the loose powders, the wet ink. You have the fumes that you need to consider. There's a whole lot more to liquid ink DTF that honestly, I'll choose white toner DTF almost every day. It really is that good. I don't know how to count. I'm assuming that was 30 seconds. Now here's what's unique about this is it's a cold peel. So really quick, I'm actually gonna carry this over to Chris. And Chris is gonna peel it in a few minutes. We're gonna let that cool down.
Gotta blow on it, huh?
Right there. Yeah. So while that cools down, I kind of want to give you a preview of our Heat Press Entrepreneur Masterclass. So we're going to run you through a few slides. These are just really tiny little tidbits of what is covered in the Entrepreneur Masterclass. So first, we are going to go super into depth of choosing the right heat transfer for you. So in this course, you're going to learn the pros and cons of each transfer type. We're going to talk about selecting a niche target, helping you to determine the products and services that you'd like to offer, and help you determine your cans and your can'ts or cannots. Those are very important. One thing that you're going to hear from a lot of the pros is that they just want to get to the next job. We have a podcast coming up with Erastus Norway from Garment Creations. That dude, I love his brain. And we were talking about how sometimes he'll actually try to talk his customers into less locations. So, you have your front and your back. He'll try to talk them into a single location, even though he technically loses money on one job, but what it really allows him to do is move on to the next one. Once so there's little things like that, determining your cans and your can'ts. It's really helping you streamline your process so you can just take as many jobs, fulfill as many jobs in as little time as possible, which is really important, especially if you're running this side hustle. Dude, don't take away from your kids, man. Don't neglect your family just to make a few $100 a month on t-shirts. No, we want to help you make your t-shirt business profitable, of course, so you could benefit yourself and your family, but so you could do it responsibly. So anyways, that's one class. There's another class where we talk about establishing your order workflow. Look, I used to think it was all about just taking orders and fulfilling orders and taking orders and fulfilling orders, but there is a cycle that we talk about in this class that if you could get on this cycle, if you can get on this bandwagon, dude, you're gonna notice just such a great boost, not only boosting your business, but having this cycle in your mentality, in your work philosophy. It really just helps you to keep cranking, and it helps to keep you on track, because sometimes you'll complete an order and you'll be like, oh good, I'm done. And then you forget to run your business and you forget to advertise, then you don't have any orders for 2 weeks, right? So here we talk about the work order workflow, which you're seeing on your screen right there. You gotta advertise, work the lead, close the deal, fulfill the order. Most people end on step 4, but that's not the end. Next, you wanna get your testimonial, which looks a few different ways, and then you wanna share it, which is your advertising, so the cycle continues. We talk about this in one of our classes in the masterclass. You don't wanna miss it. And then we talk about optimizing each stage, which I could go forever, so I'm gonna skip that part. Next, and again, these are just small little tidbits and previews of what you're gonna find in the Heat Press Entrepreneur Masterclass. We talk about sales channels, which, oh boy, I could go into really deep depth, but basically we give you our best suggestions on what website to choose for your business. A lot of people get hung up on that. We cover it in the masterclass. And then this last one, I almost wanna skip this slide, just so I don't get caught up. Pricing strategy. Too many people ask, how much should I charge for this shirt? And they just want a number. Everybody just wants me to say $15. Everybody, when they ask me that question, they say they expect a number. But instead of a number, there's a whole philosophy that has to go into what you're pricing at. There's so many different factors that go into me pricing my jobs here in Southern California that you're not gonna find pricing your jobs in Ocala, Florida. Like, it's just different. And then my buddies over in Indianapolis, Indiana, your pricing is different. So rather than give you a number, charge 20 for this, charge 30 for that, we talk about a pricing strategy. We even include a pricing calculator to help you figure out, plug in your numbers to get your pricing down. And then not last in the class, but one of the last previews for today, we talk about upselling and cross-selling. I know you guys have heard about this. We wanted to have a class in here that actually talks about it, pros and cons, to get you into upselling, into cross-selling. You guys, these 2 skills are extremely important. We talk about them in the masterclass. And yeah, that's the preview. If you guys want the Heat Press Nation masterclass, I believe is included with Select Press. We'll find out. I'm about to get fact-checked on that, but it is available right now for purchase separately at heat.press/masterclass. Once again, heat.press/masterclass. All right, we have some giveaways. Actually, Chris is gonna wrap our demo. Is that cool enough to peel yet, Chris?
Yeah, I think.
All righty, so Chris is gonna do our rolling. He's gonna use our roll method, because again, we don't rip anything off here with white toner. You gotta roll it. There, look at that. And it's done. Perfect. So instead of having to weed a bunch of layers, we just pressed it. Typically, we'll give it a repress, which I'm gonna skip right now because we're short on time. But yeah, it's a little glossy right now. The gloss gets killed after you repress it. So we do gotta repress it, but there we go.
Nice.
You saw one graphic done 4 ways with 4 different transfer methods, and all of them are available at heatpressnation.com. All right, so those are our demos for today. It's time to give something away. Chris, why don't you tell the people what's going on for the giveaway today?
So today we're giving away 3 masterclass access keys.
Yes.
Yep. That's gonna
awesome.
be one on Facebook, one on YouTube, and then we're actually gonna do one on Instagram. So,
oh yeah, we're going live on Instagram. I would say like 2:15 today. 2:10.
2:10.
2:10.
A little bit of an intermission.
Yeah. We got to go set up in the other room.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
So all you guys have to do to enter into this giveaway to win the masterclass is type in #money.
What? Hashtag money.
MONEY. And then our computer is gonna do its little randomization, lottery pick winner, and then yeah, that's how we do it.
All right. Well, you guys heard the man. Get to commenting on YouTube and Facebook right now. Comment #money. We're gonna pick one person from Facebook, one person from YouTube right now, and you're each gonna win free access to this masterclass. It's unlimited access, so once you get your login, that's it. The masterclass is yours. You'll have access to all of our Heat Press Entrepreneur classes, which hopefully benefit you. I really hope we help somebody get their business started off on the right foot. Or if you're already a veteran, maybe you could gift it to somebody. Maybe you're sick of people asking you how to start a business. You can say, oh, here, take this, and then get them out of your hair, right? All right, so we're gonna give you guys just about a minute or so to go ahead and comment. Again, comment, hashtag money on Facebook Live and YouTube Live right now. We're gonna pick a winner in just a moment. I wanna thank everybody for joining today. If you don't win right now, we're gonna be on Instagram at 2:10 p.m. Pacific time. Oh, entries done? Our entries done? Yes. Okay, that's it. Entries are done. We're gonna go ahead and let our computer program, we're gonna hit that rando button right there. And all right, any second now, the winners are gonna be announced. I'm excited, this is fun. Oh, there we go, got a drum roll there.
Oh, nice.
I can't read that. Can you read
Anita Ulmer.
Anita Ulmer, yeah!
Congratulations.
You're our winner from YouTube, it looks like. Yes, congratulations, Anita Ulmer.
Nice, nice.
And then we're gonna have Facebook in just a moment.
I think the value of the calculator in the masterclass itself just like pays.
Yes, because we designed it so you could just punch your numbers in. And really happy to plug that in. Yep. So we got Facebook winner coming in just a momento.
Drum roll, please.
Ow, that's hot. Stupid.
Kevin Werneberg.
Kevin Werneberg, yeah! Hashtag money. So Anita and Kevin, do me a favor. Shoot an email over to winner@heatpressnation.com. Once again, winner, WINNER, @heatpressnation.com. Get us your info and we're gonna get you your masterclass so you can either hop on it yourself or gift it to a friend who might be wanting to start their t-shirt business. Alrighty, Chris, do you have anything to say to the closing people? Are there any Q&As or anything you want to cover before we go?
No comments from everybody. Congratulations to Anita and Kevin for winning the masterclass key. If you do want another chance to win, we're gonna be live on Instagram right after this, around like 2:15-ish. So it's @heatpressnation.com or just @heatpressnation on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No .com. No .com. @heatpressnation.
There we go.
We're gonna be live there. And if you want the latest deals sent straight to your phone, make sure to just text HEAT to 31592. HEAT to 31592. And that's gonna do it for me, Jared. My name is Chris. You guys already know Jared. I'll see you guys over on Instagram.